sir.
We're going to start off with comment from Mark and then questions for the student athletes. Once again, please identify yourself and your affiliation when you get the mic to ask a question. Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you. What a phenomenal 2 days of basketball games. I mean, you can say win, lose, anything else, but the reason that our sport is the best is because of 2 days like this. This was incredible basketball on both ends. We're extremely blessed to come out of it with 2 wins against 2 incredibly coached teams. Credit and hats off to Sam Houston, our league champion, for the job that they did all year long. Coach Hooten and I have a long existing relationship going back to he and I being assistant coaches, me at Northwestern and him here. So we've matched wits many times. But incredible game on both sides. But the reality, I said it a little bit yesterday, the MVP of our team is our team. And we've had every guy has made an incredible contribution in the last 48 hours. Tyron Harrison came in today, a senior that came in. He's been little used a lot of the season and came in and played as big a first half role as anybody in our club and was a key for us. George started off the game incredibly well, got us off to a great start. But it's their character and their heart. I told them in the locker room, a normal man's heart's the size of his fist, and I think theirs are 2 fists. They got big hearts, they care about each other. And we look at this as an opportunity each time that we come out and play to show people, to get a little glimpse of who we are as a program, to get a little glimpse of what our student athletes are about, to get a little glimpse of what our university's about, to get a little glimpse of what our city's about, our incredible university system that we're a part of. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, and we're very humbled and blessed to represent our league in the championship game with a chance to punch a ticket to March Madness. This is their dreams. I'll have another season. This is the only time this team will be together, and I want them to get everything out of this experience they can.
Okay, let's open it up for questions for the student athletes. And Maddie, get to Brandon.
Brandon Williams, Southland.org. A question to you, George. You came out of the gate, you're perfect from the field. Were you able to see something from their defense that allowed you to get open shots?
I mean, I got to give credit to my teammates. I really just was in the right. They found me, and I was just in the right position, and I just did my part. I knocked down the shots, and I just got to give credit to them for finding me.
Gabal Jones, Garage Apartment Media. This is for George and Damion. After the game yesterday, did you feel extra motivation today to even survive and move on?
I definitely felt more motivated because after the game, I remember when we were running to the bracket to put our magnet up, I heard Sam Houston say that's not happening tomorrow. So then we got into the locker room, told them, and we felt something inside of us. We were like, we gotta go get this one.
I mean, I feel like we've been motivated since the beginning. We came in here to win this, so we have the same mentality, and we're gonna keep that throughout.
So for both the players, you guys were
Identify yourself, please.
Gabe Myers, the Houstonian. You guys were shooting over 50% from the field the entire game, and Sam Houston was only shooting, 30, 38% from the floor. Despite that, they were close throughout. Was there something in your mind, just like we're playing so well, but they're staying in it? What was going through y'all's head as just the game was so tight?
We knew they're a good team and they're gonna hit shots. They take a lot of shots, so they're gonna make some. And we just had to stick to our game plan, and contest on all their shots. Make sure we're boxing out and rebounding. And we knew the tide was gonna turn our way.
Definitely. We relied on our defense. We know they're going to hit shots. We're going to hit our shots. But just whoever gets the most stops will probably win this game.
Adari Jones, Garage Apartment Media. George, again, you were perfect from the field. What were you feeling? What were you feeling that allowed you to get such good looks and to be so efficient tonight?
I just, just do what I do every day. I focus on my details of the game. I really got lost in the game. I focused on the defense, our offense, everything that we were doing, and it just kind of flowed. I didn't really do much thinking.
Come on again.
This is for Georgia and Damion. There was a point where the game was going back and forth, back and forth. Was there any part in that game where you're like, you had some doubt creeping in?
I never felt any doubt like that we were gonna lose the game. It's gonna be a game of runs. Everybody gonna have their runs. So they had theirs. We knew we would have ours. So I didn't feel no doubt throughout the way.
And yeah, just like I said before, you know, we came in here to win it. So we knew that if we followed the game plan, we were gonna come out, you know, victorious.
Brandon.
You won't have much time to celebrate this win, so your quick thoughts on what it's going to feel like to play for it all tomorrow night.
I mean, it's gonna feel good, you know, just second time being here. You know, I'll just you know remember what happened before, and you know we're just gonna enjoy this win tonight. But then tomorrow we're gonna wake up and you know focus on what we have to do and focus on the game plan.
Yeah, we're gonna take it in all tonight, and then tomorrow, you know, we gotta do work because I want to feel. I want to know how it feels like for March Madness. I know my teammates do too. So.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes? Okay, guys, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Let them clear, and then we'll have questions for Mark. Okay, first question, Brandon.
Coach, you didn't have place-ons for much of the first half, but he comes in late in the second half and contributes huge, both scoring and also on the glass.
He was a warrior. He's been absolutely one of our toughest guys. He has played through a lot of injuries, bumps, and bruises over the last, time that he's been here, last 2.5 years. We're so lucky to have him a part of our program, and he showed his heart tonight. He played through it. He got 2 quick ones. The second one cost him an ugly lip, but I think it'll help him. And with his looks a little bit. I don't know if it'll help him with his game, but it'll help him with his looks is what I told him in the locker room. He got a laugh out of it. But just big shots, big plays, big shots, big plays. And, the contest at the end was an extremely heads-up play on him where we got a screen. He got screened, and he stepped up and guarded the ball and contested a long 3 that closed the game for us. He played extremely well. I'm so proud of him and lucky to be his coach.
Character, Scar.
Josh Criswell at the Huntsville Item. Kai Mitchell for the Bearcats started off really strong, hit his first 4 shots, but then got in foul trouble. I think only played 9 minutes that first half. Did y'all have an emphasis to kind of go at him and try to get him in foul trouble?
Not really. I wish I could say. I wish I was smart enough or dishonest enough to tell you that I did. But we didn't have a specific game plan. We had four of our forwards with 2 fouls too in the first half. So we were playing the guys that hadn't got a lot of run. But he's a phenomenal player. They had a great game plan to go to him, and we're lucky that he was out the time he was. But I'm not going to lie to you and tell you how smart I had that going because I didn't. So.
Coach, despite it being such a close game, you guys had a lead the entire way. Do you think that was a mental advantage for you guys that y'all never fell behind?
I think it goes back to how confident our guys were. They were calm all day. I said yesterday that I talked at halftime. I didn't draw nothing up yesterday in our halftime, and I talked the whole day in our halftime today in the second game. I didn't have to raise my voice. They've been so locked in, so coachable. And they have had an easy calm to them and confidence that they knew that they felt like they had the answers to the test. They believed in each other. And the bigger piece was they didn't want to let their teammate down by missing an assignment. And so leading the whole game was just a product of their preparation, our staff, and how good a job they did of getting them ready for this game. And then their execution. And they want to win. They're great. They're great student athletes with big guts, and they want to win.
Coach, pretty much everybody on the roster played a nice balance of minutes. Was that due because of last night's game and trying to stretch out everybody's legs so that they had enough for a final run at the end?
No, more foul trouble than anything else. Like Scott would have been more minutes, but he has a big 3-4 inch cut in his lip, so he couldn't play in the first half. We had guys in foul trouble. But I think we got great depth. I think we've got phenomenal depth. that guys, we can put a multitude of guys in there, and we've got a really balanced offensive attack to where we can score different ways. We can get in and guard different ways. And, we went with a small lineup to match up there when they went small. We were able to go with a small lineup, but then we were able to flip it and get some paint touches and get some stuff in the paint when they were small to try to counter that and try to adjust to their adjustment. So it was good. I just think we got a deep team. And luckily for us, we're going to have the majority of this team back next year and the year after that. So if I don't mess it up, we're going to be pretty good for a few years coming.
Okay, Brandon, the last question.
In a game as tight as this, ball security, was key. You guys only turned the ball over 8 times. Just talk about the ability of being able to hold on to the ball and not make mistakes, particularly at the end.
No, that's been the key. I think the last 2 games, our turnover numbers have been way down. I think we've been very secure with the ball. I think they've done a great job of cutting and passing. And sometimes this game can get overcomplicated. Sometimes it's just snapping a hard pass and getting it to where you need to go. And we've talked about that. We've worked on those fundamentals day in and day out, time and time again. And I think that's a great point that they have taken it and applied it. But just the ball security for our team, especially down the stretch when they were pressing, they were fouling, we're able to get the ball in and be able to execute against the press. And then, Troy's ability to go to the line and make a bunch of clutch free throws was huge for him and for our team. And I just can't tell you how lucky I am to be their coach and how proud I am to take this into tomorrow and see where it takes us from there.
Okay. Sleep fast.
Yes, sir. Thank you all so much.